Welcome back to the best thing ever seen in your life. So, I am trying my best to not turn this entire channel into a plant-focused situation. But I really, really like plants. Also, I live in downtown Baltimore, so there are 10 million noises that you are going to suffer through.
One eternity later.
Beautiful. Charm City, people. Alright, so we are here to do a succulent haul because I love succulents. Also, I keep looking at the viewfinder. I'm new to this. Give me a break. Okay, so most of these are rescues. I got them essentially for free from a source. But I'm doing like an assortment on this table that I have in my bedroom that I'm actually probably going to do another video on. That's like bad fire. Also, disclaimer, I am not a plant YouTuber, okay? I'm going to get all these names wrong. I'm going to completely mess up all of the scientific names. So, you know, bear with me. Thank you. All right, so our first selection is going to be a Crassula corumbulosa. And that is a red pegonia. This little baby right here. As you can see, it's definitely super struggling. Most of these were really kind of like either like just torn up by customers, fallen over, just completely ignored and ill-watered. So I kind of wanted to just collect them all and just give them a new home so they could like actually not die. Alright, so this would not be a SEMO video if we didn't have camera issues. So, but yeah, so this is the second plant in this plant collection haul. Acquisition, attainment. This is a mini cry plant, in a camp. And this little baby has somebody made this one feel it. Okay, I don't know what happened, but I was like, okay, there's definitely like 90% of this plant missing, but that's okay because we're here for healing. This is a place of healing, a safe space. Next is actually one of my favorites. This is a Haworthia atunanata, but this is the big band. It was actually a pup off of a larger plant. I really like this one a lot. I really didn't expect myself to be so drawn to succulents, but this is an entire haul of succulents, so here we are. Next is definitely one I really did consider a project. Echeveria hybrid. This one is Cubic Frost. So you can see this is like nothing, basically. It's essentially like this small, like little growth right here. I definitely looked at this and wondered if it was actually even anything to save, really, because it's not really a lot there. But I saw this little growth on the end, and it kind of reminded me of those Dracaena trees that you kind of see a lot of stores where it's just a big stalk and just like a growth of plant. And I'm just like, wow, this is really peculiar. So that's kind of why I was like, I gravitated towards it, because it looks really, really, really touched. So I was like, okay, well, let's, you know, touch it with you know, a little love. We want to touch that with love. Next is one of my favorites, another Haworthia. So this one is a Limifolia fairy washboard. This baby had some things going on with it, some bangs. I was surprised that this one was set to go in the trash. It has a lot of, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pups growing off of it, but it's very much still alive, and definitely just a rehab project, but I definitely didn't really understand why it was getting thrown away. Next is another Haworthia. This is the Tessellata. This is a nice little pretty one. It really does kind of remind me of the fairy washboard, but definitely with a lot less of those kind of like white notes on it, but still like super pretty. This was another situation where it was just a pup, but the pup was actually on the ground, and still had some really nice roots on it. So I was like, okay, let's give her a try. Next we have this baby, Pachaphyllum blue quartz. So this blue quartz, I really thought these leaves were so pretty. I thought they were so pretty. And once I saw this, I was like, I have to get this. Like really kind of like absorb that one. Like I saw the color and tint to it, and I was just like, I just have to. And again, it's definitely it's very similar to the Cubic Frost in color, and they're both again very, very touched. So I was like, okay. This next one is a hardy Terrarium. This is the Hardy Hens and Chicks. The person at the garden center essentially was like, these are kind of like very run-of-the-mill succulents. They aren't special. They kind of just grow, and depending on fertilization and sunlight, you get these pretty unique colors out of them. So I was like, alright. Next is a Graptocydon variegata, and this is California Sunsets. So again, like that blue quartz, very touched, basically nothing on the stalk except for a new growth at the top. So again, another project. But next is this Calancho Tementosa chocolate soldier. Again, just another project. I'm really excited to see where this goes, and I'm very excited to do the video on how I'm going to dress this succulent table, because I feel like it's gonna be a real vibe. Next is actually one of my favorites. This is a Pilosnila split rock. This one was touched. This one was very, 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 very touched. It was hanging by nothing, essentially, when I saw it. I saw this new growth in the middle right here, and I said, okay, well, you know, there's something still there, so let's see what's going on. Next is going to be a Calancho Melotti. It's these, this one, when I saw this one, I was like, okay, I don't know what the hell is going on now. It was definitely had a lot of dead foliage on this little stalk right here that I actually just kind of like picked off. But for the most part, this one was actually in really good shape. And that's the amazing part about some of these garden centers sometimes, at these big box stores. A lot of these people really don't know what they have. So they're very willing to kind of just like throw a lot of shit away, which sucks. But if you're really looking for some like solid discount plants and you don't really care to rehab, then it's solid, it's amazing. Next is another Haworthia, and this one is the Haworthia Universe. Again, those nice little bands around it. This was another situation where it was just a pup off of a bigger plant. It was kind of already hanging off, and it still had some good roots on it, so I was like, okay, whatever, again, let's give this a try. And it's like, I don't know, I would say the Universe and the Big Band are actually two of like my big favorites, honestly, and I'm really just excited to see where this goes. I never was a big succulent person, but here we are. These next two are actually from last video. I definitely thought I killed both of those succulents that I put into those terrariums. I was like, I definitely just messed this all the way up. But I didn't. I did not. They're actually still very alive. This Echeveria is very much still alive. You can see there is growth from the top. You can also hear a disgruntled light rail operator in the background. You know, I hope they get what they need out of life. And, you know, they try to find some peace. Because, you know, I'm trying to be successful here. Alright? Messing with me. This one, I'm not even going to pronounce this. I'm about to just show you. I tried to put a label on it. Look at that. Name longer than the Nile. I'm not even about to try to say that. But what I am going to say is, it's still alive. And not only is it still alive, it's still growing. So, bam. Not a plant killer. This one is a piece that actually broke off of the Echeveria that I think I said I was going to do something with, and I did, and it's actually kind of growing. So, wham bam, goddamn. And lastly is this. Oh, this one is when I said those other ones originally were touched. This last one is an aggravated assault. This bad boy right here is, or was, an aloe. This baby was in our beard. We have a bearded dragon named Ezzy, which you will meet at some point, and they are definitely aggressive. This was planted inside of the tank. The tank is bioactive, so that means that there are other living organisms such as plants, springtails, isopods within this enclosure, and there's also, you know, Ezzy. So Ezzy really took a liking to. There were actually two of these, and they took a very good liking to the smaller aloes. There's a larger aloe that's now just kind of getting touched, and it definitely outlasted these by a lot. Every succulent that we put inside the tank so far has been just completely obliterated. I saw this one. He had kind of derooted this one, but it still had some good roots on it. So I was like, okay, well, let's try to save it. And this is the try. So yeah, that's it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 succulents. So I'm probably going to be doing some updates just to kind of tell you guys where we are as, you know, as these babies kind of grow and, you know, redevelop and kind of come into their own space as I build that space for them in my apartment. So just stay tuned. The next video will probably be a skincare haul because I actually just bought a bunch of new skincare that I'm excited about. So yeah, just stay tuned. Be patient with me as I learn how this works, and subscribe, turn on your notifications. All of my socials, Instagram, Twitter will be linked below. So thanks. See you next time.